To enter the activity space in SCY-Lab, click on one of the icons in the mission map. Upon entering an activity space for the first time, the instruction curtain will be open. Here you can read about what you are to do in this activity space and what the learning goals are. To close the instruction curtain, you click on the handle at the bottom. It can always be opened again by clicking on the handle marked Y at the middle of the screen top. The large icons found in the middle top of the screen represent learning objects. These are the learning objects that you will create in this activity space. Double-clicking an icon opens the learning object. When a learning object is open, there are a number of drawers on the left side, accessible with the lettered hooks. Clicking on the A assignment drawer reveals information about the assignment. Clicking on the R resource drawer gives access to resources needed to create a learning object. Clicking on the F feedback drawer opens a window where you can ask your peers for feedback on the learning object you are working on. Clicking on the T tagging drawer enables you to tag the learning object with information that will be helpful for searching. These drawers can be opened to reveal information and resources associated with the learning object, as well as the chat tool and the feedback tool, marked with an C and F, respectively. There are also a number of buttons in the top of the window. These buttons can vary with the learning object, but the typical ones lets you perform actions such as saving the object, saving it as a new learning object, saving it to your computer, or printing it, in addition to icons for minimizing and maximizing the window. You will also see an icon for who owns the object. Collaborators can be added by dragging the icons in the activity space onto the tool window, after which the icons will also appear here. Tool windows can also be tilted, for example, when you are working on several tools in the activity space. There are 3 icons in the bottom left corner. Clicking on the magnifying glass opens the search, where you can search for learning objects. Clicking on the 4-pointed star allows you to create a new learning object of any type. When created, the learning object can be opened and edited. The archive icon functions almost like a trash can. Learning objects dragged to this archive will disappear from the screen. As it is an archive and not a trash can, the learning object is not deleted. It is just not visible in the activity space. To retrieve a learning object that you have archived, double-click on the archive icon in the bottom left corner, identify it, and move it back to the activity space. The 3 vertical icons on the top right of the screen give you access to the assessment tools. The 2 talk bubbles, Give Feedback and Get Feedback, give you access to the peer feedback tool. Dragging a learning object over the fold icon adds it to your e-portfolio. Clicking on the mission map icon in the bottom right corner of the screen takes you out of the activity space and back to the mission map.